All right, good morning, everybody. Eddie DeBlock here of the Relic Extractors. Got Chef Annie back at the doctor. She's got like a 2-hour test again with her hearing. So I'm not too far from her. I'm down here along the Delaware, based on a tip that I got actually last year, and just pretty much forgot about it until now. So last night I said to her, "Well, while you're at your appointment, I'm gonna go for a walk and check this spot out." So this road heads out back towards where I'm parked, and I guess it's like a service road because it wraps around to these condos, which is over by one of the stores that we go to. And this is the Delaware right here. Yeah, someone had told me that her daughter goes for hikes back here along the Delaware, and she had come across some bottles. I literally just walked back here, and I did find a little bit piled up over by a tree over here. I don't know if someone else left them there or if it's just a little tiny thing laying, but that's a marker there down on the river. On the other side there, that's New Jersey on the other side. And we're going to walk back over here. Usually along the river, when I see these little cutouts like this, these little cutouts that go down, these little old access points, either left or right of them, they used to dump over. I haven't really checked it yet, but we'll go over here first and show you. I mean, literally 3 minutes into the walk back here, and a little bit of age, a little bit of new. Early 1900. There's some lids laying here. They're kind of shot. Not. That might have been off of a Melons. That's what it looks like. Maybe a Melons screw top. Yeah, these lids aren't even salvageable. This one might be. This one looks pretty good. Not too bad. A little dent in it. So that one looks pretty decent too. So I got a couple lids I can use on some jars at least right there. Broken aqua poison. The ribs on it. That would have been sweet. Screw top olive jar, capers. Food product. What does this say on the bottom here? Wright's mayonnaise products. Huh. I don't know. This, again, some type of food product jar. And then this, probably an olive or something like that as well. What's this here? Probably some type of little grape juice or something. So that's, I'll leave those there for now. I'll get those on the way out. So that road that goes up this way used to come through here. You can see right here where it drops off. And it goes right at the river. So I'm going to go check that out. And if I come across anything else, I'll let you guys know. Stay tuned. Alright guys, you know what, I didn't see too much, and I'm looking along, I'm on the high end here, and it slopes straight down to the river. Believe it or not, at one point this river was so high, it was up to like where these roots are. The whole school and everything was flooded out. You couldn't even see the island out there at all. Like I said, that's New Jersey on the other side over there, and the river splits that way and this way. This is going downstream this way, and it's high, from all the rain that we had, but about I want to say about 20 something years ago, the river was maybe about like where this tree is coming out of the side here, about 6 feet down from where I'm standing and a good 10 feet up from where it's at now. So yeah, I looked all through here to the left on my way in, right to where there's a fence down there at the end. That's private property, so I'm not gonna walk any further. So, and this footpath just goes along the river. You got to have access to the river because nobody owns it but the government. So you're allowed to fish it or whatever. So I'm just checking every, like 20 feet or so. If I see any glass sticking out off the banks here where they possibly could have dumped it. And again, if you had any real high water here, a lot of it could have gotten washed away over the past few years if it was just laying loose. Other than that little spot up front here, I mean, I could zigzag the woods here a little bit better, I guess, and see if there's anything like on the surface in there, but I really don't see anything at all. I mean, even just one piece of glass would show up pretty decent. And I don't see anything on the sides here or get any evidence of anything getting dumped. Nice calm spot over there on the other side of the river, on the Jersey side there. I can see some grass where there's a house up over there to the left a little bit. That would be a good night spot fishing area right over there. So I'm sure they got it locked up over there. All right, let's just take a little walk back down this way. Like I said, I really don't see anything. Not that you would necessarily see something in those little pines without walking through it, but I don't have any bug spray with me today, and I just don't feel like picking ticks off my body later. So let's just take another peek over here. There you can see how high the water was down it. It's still pretty low from where I'm standing, but probably 2 or 3 feet higher than what it's at. You can see where it's washed out up against the side there, and it gets raging. A lot of people don't respect this river. They don't think it's large enough to do damage, but it's taken quite a few lives over the past 20 years here, so gotta respect it. All right, I'm going to zigzag through here a little bit, guys. If I see anything else, I'll get back to you. All right, so I came across this couple little, I don't want to say lone daffodils. There's like 3 or 4 bulbs in there, but that usually gives me pause to look. And I don't see any glass yet, but you can tell all this rock right here was dumped. There's daffodils growing there, and there's a whole slew of daffodils right there down a draw. So that's maybe indicative of someone cleaning out a garden and dumping stuff because they don't belong here. Within a couple months, all these broken reeds here that you see, they come up every year. They're perennial. Kind of looks like bamboo, the way the stalks are. you won't even see none of this probably by the end of May. So I'm gonna slowly walk down in there. Like I said, I don't see visually any glass at all. But I'm going to take a peek down there and see if I see anything. And if it's anything worthwhile, we'll get back at you. Stay tuned. Well, I came right down that little, sure deer probably use it to run up and down here. And a couple hop, skips, and a jump over that stick right there. And right in front of me here on the ground, piece of a Mason's patent jar. And that's probably all I'm gonna find as pieces. You never know how far down from upstream this came, but that's just pretty ironic. So here's the underside of that huge tree. Look at all the knots in that right there. It's pretty cool though. We'll see. The only thing I can see right there is an old tire on a rim. This one shard of glass, ironically, off of a Mason's patent. I can't really turn this into a mudlarking thing here. All I got is these sneakers on today. But I'll take a peek around here, and then I'll turn around and I'll go back towards where all those daffodils are. But that's funny. This is the only piece of glass that popped out, and it's a piece of a Mason's patent. That could have come down 2 miles downstream. Who knows? You know, now that I'm here on the downside, I really don't see anything either. So, if anything, it's just getting some exercise here today. Nice little walk. And you know, we'll see if anything comes. Hey, I might be lucky enough to find a wallet full of money from a couple years ago or last year. Who knows? All these rafters and kayakers that come up here, they're constantly losing stuff. So, we'll see. All right, guys, I'll get back at you. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so if for nothing else, I got some exercise. I did stop back and grab those couple mason jar lids. I'll clean them up and save them for next few jars that I find. We'll see how that goes. Temperature wise, it's nice and sunny. It says it's supposed to be 72 today. Would be a great day to dig, but with all the rain that we've had, you'd probably be tired in an hour digging at the Epic dump or out in Yonkers, especially Yonkers. That place is during the dry season wet, so yeah, that would just kill you in, like I said, an hour, maybe 2 hours. And it takes me almost an hour to get there. So it's been about a month since I've been out digging, maybe a little longer, 5 weeks. I'm going to try and meet Gene on Wednesday to drop off Pete's bottle to him and pick up Laurel's and whoever else's I may have. This is an Army Corps of Engineers survey mark from 1972 here. I wanted to get that before on the way in, and I was just, I'll get on the way out. So, and a nice stone building there. It's not real old though. It's some type of rec center, and I think this is like a giant fish pond here, like a koi pond. You can see the rubber liner around the whole thing. So it's definitely a man-made pond. They got sitting benches around it. That's a little private condo community in there. So that's behind the Home Depot over here. Actually, this is like an access road that runs straight out. I'm actually parked over here on this side of Home Depot. You know, and they built all this up like 15 20 years ago over there. And this whole flat area here used to be a driving range for golf. And that's been shut down about 10 years now, at least, that I know of. So, all right, guys. Well, we'll get back at you. I'm going to go check out another spot. Old Town Dump, where people still go to get mulch and stuff like that. And every once in a while, they just move stuff around, and sometimes some glass pops up. So I'm going to take a quick spin over there, see if there's anything sticking up out of the ground. And we'll see you in a little bit. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so I'm in Westfall Township now. This, where I'm standing, is literally part of the late 1800s dump. Every once in a while, they will, like, turn this stuff over, and, stuff will pop out. I see the fire department's got a truck way back there right now. I did see something over here in the grass as I was pulling in. That's the courthouse right there, and then Pike Regional Police is on the other side where that other building is. Could be something, could be nothing. Let me see. Just something caught my eye as I was pulling in. Yeah, see right here. No embossing, but probably like a mayonnaise jar or something. And that's literally right behind the courthouse here. You see, this probably has this washed out into here with all those rains that we had. This was probably a Clorox, big C for Clorox, right on the shoulder. But, maybe all along in here and down low, if you were to dig into that, you'd probably get into something there. I know a few years back, Jimbo and I had looked over here. It wasn't anything of decent age, but there was some stuff over here that was poking out. Again, like I said, you never know. I haven't been over here in a few years. Just to come in here and look to see if anything else has been washed out or dug. Looks like somebody was digging here not that long ago. You see all that stuff washed out, that big pile of stuff right there. So it looks like a whiskey top. 40s, 50s whiskey top. Old tires. What do we got here? Looks like one of those tall. Yeah, here's a Clorox. This would have had a label on it as well. What do we got here? Teacup. Yeah, someone was definitely picking around in here. Type of whiskey there. Or this could have been just washed out from all that rain. That's what it actually looks like. Big washout. There you see some milk glass. Yeah, it's all kinds of... That looks like a piece of stoneware. Nope. Actually a shoe sole. Little whiskey. Small size. There's some metal. Piece of pipe fitting. There's a bottle sticking out up in there. Let's see what that is. Probably nothing. Like I said, because of the age this is, at least on this side. Now, my buddy Joey claims, let's see what we got here. It's like an ammonia right here. I just pulled out. Let me get these sticks out of the way. Ammonia or something like that. A little fancy jar. All kinds of shards and everything, but like I said, there isn't really anything I'm after, but I figured I'd come over and check it out since I'm just killing some time here. There's a bowl laying in there. There's another bottle right here too. Hold on a second. Let's see. It's probably a slick anyway. Or one of those Canada Dries. Shattered. 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 What's this little thing here? Ah, that's a nice little shaker. Milk glass shaker. I'll clean that up. Be nice if I find the other one before I pull out of here. I'll stick that in my pouch here to my sweat jacket for now. Let's see if we can clean this out of here. That's a root, so that ain't going anywhere. And there's like a cable here holding this debris up. Right here. Let's see what we got. Broken beer bottle. Paneled condiment jar. Yeah, just a big slick soda. Some type of pill jar maybe. Diner kitchenware bowl. Yeah, I see a couple things in here. A little bit older. 30s maybe. Let's see if I can rinse the bottom off. Yeah, that's Port Jervis. That's a Deer Park Brewing. DPB on the bottom. Deer Park Brewing out of Port Jervis. Late teens. And that. Alright guys, I'm going to shut you off here for a minute and fish up in there. Like I said, I'm not really prepared to do this today. Just getting out and getting some airball anties at the doctor. So, alright, we'll be back. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so just in that little tiny area right here, I just knocked the leaves off of. Just in this little tiny area right here. Got that food product jar there. 2 Deer Park Brewing. Like I said, slightly older, late teens. Ball Ideal jar without the closure, obviously. 1 pint whiskey flask and something a little bit older here that will entice me to come back here and dig this whole runoff out. So they dumped on both sides, obviously. They dumped up above it, and they put a tile in there for the drainage. But there's all glass all through there, so obviously that's all this is. I pulled out a couple whiskeys here too. I don't want to bust my rear end here, so let's see. Like I said, most of this is newer, but there's older stuff in here. A buddy of mine had got some old stuff in a different area. There's an old metal flashlight. cobalt Noxzema jar broken there. It looks like a little teacup over here. Let's see. That's milk glass too. It's not. Oh, it is broken. That looks like a little mini Fire King. You son of a gun. That would have been a neat little find to bring back for Chef Annie. Yeah, I'm just looking to see if there's anything old or washed in here. Some pottery. That's a nice piece of slag right there. Big glass spoon with the handle busted off. Who knows what's underneath all this? Because it's washed out and then built up, obviously. Kind of got dammed in, I guess. Just kind of looking around. This looks like Sweeney, Middletown, New York. Different. Probably a newer one. That could have been an ACL Sweeney's right there. That would have been some money, actually. I got this like milk glass, almost like a pyramid shape. Huh. Some type of cold cream. Ginger ale of some sort. I see something over here. Looks like a milk. It's probably broken. Just caught my eye. It was definitely a milk top though, just sticking out of there. If anything, there should be some decent milks in this, down in through all this here. What do we got here? Square ball, perfect mason with the lid. Looks like someone left it up against the tree here. And this is a little bit later, but one of those this would have been an earlier this is a newer version of like a double collar top, like a Buchanan's. This would have had the snap cap lid on it, but still retain that double collar design on the lip there. And I don't know how to date these other than the top. I can put it at 1920s to 1930s. And that's about it right there. But there's stuff up underneath these tree roots here too. I don't know if you can see all that in there. Glass up underneath here. So yeah, get all this wire here out of the way some point maybe. Let's go back over here, see if there's anything I missed real quick. Pieces of broken jar, a big old jug, probably a Clorox. This looks like an automobile light bulb. Maybe, I don't know. That's a weird looking light bulb. Jar there. Drinking glass here. Oh, it's a mug and it's whole. I don't see any damage on it. Yeah, 1930s root beer mug. Let's rinse it off over here. Let's see. I'll take that. Chef Annie might like it. Little reminder of her days with her father, going to the root beer stands. Let's see what kind of jar this is. It's probably just a Slick, right? Yeah, Slick economy jar. Another food product jar. I'm not even going to dig that out. See, you can see like where the groundhogs have been digging through here too, so they kick stuff up and out all the time. This is a lid. Look at that. 4 roses. This is your Bakelite shot glass. That used to screw over top of the bottle. 1920s, 1930s. 4 roses. This was your shot glass. And then when you unscrewed this, it would have had another metal or Bakelite lid that actually screwed the contents closed. And this went over top. That in itself is a find right there, believe it or not. Intact, not cracked. 4 roses, Bakelite shot glass bottle cover. I was actually looking at this before I even saw that. Hoffman Beverages, ACL. I have pulled some ACLs out of here before, just walking around without even digging. So that 4 roses was a cool find. Now maybe Annie can find a 4 roses flask that would accept that at the hillside. Another broken milk. Yeah, there should be tons of milks in here for sure. What is this here? Oh, it looks like a mustard. It's definitely a mustard, but it's not embossed. Paper label Gouldens, more than likely. Here's some cobalt. Slick milk and magnesia. It's broken there anyway. Just base embossed. So, yeah. All right, guys. Well, at least I got a little bit of action in here. I got to get the juices flowing. It might pay off to dig straight up into here, from start down low here, and work my way over to where that drain is, or vice versa. Start there and work over this way. I'm gonna walk up over here real quick. I still see some stuff over there, so we'll see if anything pops out over there or is just laying on the surface, so stay tuned. All right, guys, just pulling around here. I mean, there's glass. This is just like the hillside, this part right here. You know, same age period for the most part. I think there's definitely some older stuff over there where I was. But you know, as you get covered up, newer stuff gets thrown on top for the most part. A couple nice things came out here, though. H and A, Gilby's Gin. It's the one with the frosted panels on the side. Mid-50s, to be exact, maybe 1954, according to the numbers on the base. Nice embossing on them. Like I said, you see it's frosted all the way up till it gets just about to the neck. And got a nice Fernet Branca here. Base embossed there with a kick up as well. I might take this one. Nice color on it. Annie likes green. And a broken Bacardi's. Cork top Bacardi's. So, I mean, I got to watch too, because like I said, all I got is my sneakers on. I stepped on something the wrong way, and I'm going for a tetanus shot. So, you know, I'm just looking for specifics. Still waiting for Annie to kind of get back to me. Big old tube, probably from a stereo or an old TV. Still got the nipple on the top. There's some guys that collect these things, but I'm sure they would probably want them to work for them older stereos or whatever. Whiskey's here. I'm just kind of moving this stuff here with my foot, guys. Economy Mason. Always love the orange peel on this. This is probably an ammonia. No embossing on the base. Some of these were embossed, but I'm pretty sure this had that big label right there. More than likely an ammonia. Had that pattern on it, so you knew it was some type of poison and not something else. This looks like another Gilby's right here. This is an Old Spice. Paint's worn off it, but that's exactly what that is. Old Spice cologne. And it's just that the red and blue clipper ship has worn off it. Right over there. Let's see what we got. Let's see. I don't know what the heck that is, but this is definitely another Gilby's. It's two Gilby's. And here's the wine. 4/5 quart. A lot of broken stuff up underneath here. This was probably a Crown Top sauce bottle. It's got the looks to it. Mow this down here a little bit. There's a little, I think, got slightly melted. Got a little wonkiness to it. Right? Look at the wonkiness to that thing. Slightly heated up. Vicks Vapor Rub. What do we got over here? There you go. LaRue. This would have been like a creme de menthe right here. Well, maybe I'll take that. I got a lid for it. LaRue brand. Let me just set them over here. These other ones, I'll decide what I'm going to take in a minute. Like I said, I'm not going to mess around here too long. Let's see what's underneath this here. Is there anything? No idea what that was. Yeah. Like I said, most of this is just too new for me. But this would have been nice. Oh, that might be a sign I'm standing on. That's a nice looking whiskey for the age. 1950 maybe. Nice pattern around it. Probably an old granddad or something like that. Here. That looks a little older, huh? Cork top anyway. Corker anyway, yep. But yeah, look, I mean, there's just stuff laying all over this hillside in here. I'm not going to call this a hillside, though. This is actually just all dumpage. But look at this. Remnants of a 12-gallon Keystone pottery. Can you imagine the size of that thing, guys? Look at this. Another 12-gallon Keystone pottery. This is probably part of the base to it right here. Look at that. Holy smokes. I mean, I've seen bigger ones, but look at that. There's my foot on it. I got a size 11 foot. 11 and a half. That's a big crock. Holy smokes. So, there you see some old cinder right here. I got dumped. I used to love this stuff when I was a kid. Used to just call it lava. Lava. Yeah, I see some stuff in here. I remember Annie finding one of these. This was one of those, some type of Seagram's bottle. Broken and a little torched. Bellows Company, New York and Chicago. It's got a seal on it, so it would have been probably some type of liquor. That's a nice color. Our jar here. That was weird looking. Yeah, I mean, there's just stuff all over here. Just like the hillside dump. Same age. You know, you might get lucky and find something a little bit older. I know there's older stuff here. This dump has been here for quite a while. Like I said, all the way over on the other side there. But, what is this here? Dan D. I have no idea what that would have been. Probably some type of food product, obviously. Dan D jar. Another big old economy type jar here. Wash and return. Sody pop. And this looks like another one of those bellows that I just saw broken. I mean, there's literally stuff all over the surface right here. There's a milk of magnesia with the lid rusted on it. Had some nasty stuff in it, that's for sure. Actually, it looks like a bumblebee on there. Looks like a bee. So it might have been some type of honey liqueur or something. Huh. Would have had one of those taller metal caps on it. You see where the ring is right here on the neck? Would have had one of those metal caps that were probably about 1.5 inches long. Another slick jar. More milk glass. Probably another bellows there, broken. Distribution was key too, as to, yeah, this looks like another bellows right here. Big hole in it. Big old kick up on that. That would have had a double collar on it. Yeah, I think somebody tore into this not too long ago. And I think I know who. It doesn't live too far from here. Getting into some enamel stuff here. And that's fine, because he really doesn't know how to dig. Thinks he does. That looks like it could have been an old ash can for a stove. Yep. There's a big ACL, 7-Up. Paint's worn off like mad, broken top anyway. ACL Coke, broken. Let's see what this says here. This hole does have the lid. Oh, Taylor Wright Wine. Taylor Wright. Actually, a company, New York. The lid's actually still got the writing on it. I ain't gonna take it though. Big old olive wine jug. But yeah, there's just glass, and more glass. Again, it'd be just one of those things. Yeah, I would just take a rake to this. I would just rake this right down. I wouldn't even dig this side. Just rake it. Definitely need boots in here though. I'm walking very gingerly. I don't need a piece of glass or metal or a nail or something through my foot today. Not today. Yep, there's another one of those bellows. Get out the bellows. Stoke the fire. Rose X, that was a bleach. Kind of odd to see it in a clear bottle though. An amber jar would have been nice. Even though it's newer. There's a big Magi. Oh, Annie will like that. Even though it's newer. We got them really old ones. Annie will like that anyway. I'll take that for her. Should collect the Magi's. They come in all sizes too. These are not numbered on the necks like the old ones are. See what this says here. Another Taylor wine. If anything, I should take these metal lids off of these. Alright guys. Alright. I'm almost done farting around here today. And I'm going to start heading back. So when she's ready to walk out, I'm there waiting for her. Alright, so we'll get back at you on the next adventure. And thanks for watching. And hopefully by this coming weekend, I'll be able to hit the epic dump. Hopefully it drains out and dries up a little bit by then. I know we're going to get a couple more days of rain. Always rains on my days off, except for today so far. But tomorrow when I'm working, it's supposed to be nice. And then Wednesday when I'm not working, it's going to rain. Just the way it goes. What's this? Oh, check that out. Is that stoneware? That looks like it's stoneware. Yeah, it's some type of